Welcome back, guys. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. Now what we've got coming up now is an unboxing video. It is just going to be an unboxing. There's not going to be any setting up, so I'm just going to put it out there for you to have a look. But what we've got is the new Perfect Draft Pro sitting here. So if I just pick this up, as you can see, that is one hefty box, and it does feel rather heavy as well. So yeah, any second now we've got on with the unboxing. This come in a big outer cardboard box, which come in with one of these beta programming things. So basically there's a scanning thing on the back for to book your appointments, your video appointments, if you like, that you do when you've picked up one of these ones. Some other thing as well for terms and conditions. We've got a quick start guide there as well, and we've got a welcome book to the Perfect Draft Pro. Now, there was only 130 of these actually released. Obviously, being the beta thing, I think basically anyone that's purchased one is a guinea pig. It come in at $329, potentially with interviews and surveys and that. Anyone that purchased one of these can potentially get £125 worth of beer tokens credited to their account. So if you knock that off the price, you're looking at just over 200 quid. I had £15 of beer tokens as well, so the initial purchase was 315 for me. If I can get £125 back off that, it's coming in at about 190 quid, so I don't think that's too bad. So like I said, I've shown you the other little bits. This is a welcome booklet to the Perfect Draft Pro, so I'll have a quick scan of it. Welcome, blah blah blah. What's in this guide? Your machine, it's saying. So it's giving you loads of pictures and this, that and the other. Basically a bit of an instruction thing, I think. Connecting to the app, because this comes with an app. Let's have a look. Setting up your machine. Pour the perfect beer. Blah, blah, blah. Maintaining your machine. It's another section. Frequently asked questions. We need your cable. Basically all about what you do, really, if you don't know what to do. But I own a Perfect Draft anyway, so I'm guessing 99% of it is going to be the same. So without further ado, let's try and get this open and get it out and give you a bit of a, not really a first look, but it's a first look to anyone that watches my channel that hasn't seen it before. So let's crack on. Like I say, it's a big old box, and it feels like it's got a bit of weight to this. So hopefully the build quality of the machine is going to be good. I think what I'll probably do, I will try and do as much as I can from here. So we have some medallions for the machine. There's a black one there with the beer on, and a white one that comes in there. There's also a blue one and a yellow one. Slightly different medallions by the looks of it, because the normal ones have big magnets on, but this looks slightly different. We have a bit of a, I'm guessing that's a bit of a quick setup guide, and we have a main instruction manual in there. We have the new screw-in tap, which is pretty much just a big chunk of plastic if you like, and obviously the medallions are going to be sitting on there. So we'll take this top bit off now, see what we get. One big cardboard piece. Now it looks a hefty piece of equipment. It looks straight away, it looks a lot bigger than the other one. Certainly looks wider. So I'm going to have to put it down here to try and take it out, so bear with me. That is one. That is huge. This is massive compared to the other one by the looks of it to me. We'll get the box out the way, so bear with me. So that bit of wrapper. This is a big old machine. This is much bigger than the other one. And on first impressions of that could be one downside for people. It is a lot bigger than the original one. I don't have a tape measure handy, but I'm guessing It's a good, just looking at it, I bet it's a good 50mm wider. Let's try and adjust this camera again. It's looking like it's about 50mm wider than the old one. So lift that up. That is one big old machine. It looks quite a bit taller as well. I don't have the exact dimensions on me. So how do we get this open? Let me just show you to start off with there. I'll lift it up. As you can see, that is a big old thing. So there's the front of it. I actually quite like the look of it, though I'm surprised at the size. We have a pull-out drip tray there. So I might have to tilt the camera a bit for you now. So that's what I'll try and do. Yeah, we'll move him out of the way. That's my mate actually, Paul, commenting that his hasn't arrived. Now to open this now, there we go. We have a latch on the side to open up. Obviously that's where your keg and your tap go in. So we'll close that and I'll turn it round so I can see what I'm looking at. Do apologise for all this camera moving and everything. Not a great setup, but I want to get a bloody video out there. This is awful. Look at that. It looks awful. I'm tilted everything. So let's pull this out now. See what we get. What's going to be in here is basically the tap and the power leads. So inside of these boxes, I will quickly show you the inside of that. So that's where your keg and your tap are going to go. And this gap in the front, what I've seen so far, the actual tap, the connector that sits on the keg, the tap actually has a big front, so that's part of the front of the machine. So we'll turn it back around again just for now. Right, in that box, absolutely nothing. Basically, this is your tap. Before we get to the tap, what we're doing, we have a foreign power lead and we have a UK power lead in there as well. Now, the tap unit is very, very different. What I will do is maybe move that over and show you the whole tap thing. So there we go, close up of the tap. A much bigger unit than normal, as you can see. But bearing in mind, this is going to be part of the front, the facade, if you like, of the machine. There we go, all looks very different. So in there, that is where your tube will go, as usual, if you like, very similar. If you take that big chunk off the front, this is just slightly different shape. The tube goes down there, and clearly in there, that would be where you push your connector down, if you like, to connect to the keg. And I'm guessing that would be the thing that actually releases it. So it's all a little bit funky and a little bit different. It's definitely sturdy. I mean, that feels really, really good quality, in all honesty. The other one's great, don't get me wrong, there's no problem with it. But this really does feel solid and sturdy. That's going to be connectors on the side, by the looks of it, the lugs. You'll push this, clip this onto the keg, and that's clearly the things that you press to take it off. So yeah, it looks interesting. There's your tap, like I say. Where are we? If I can find the tap. Could be here somewhere. I've put it down somewhere. As you can see on there, or maybe as you can see, a thread on there. So that is going to be where, going well, isn't it? Let's take that off. Let's get the wrapper off for you, for everyone to see. There we go. On the top there, that's obviously going to be where these medallions sit on top. So a few different ones there. This will screw into there. Which will make it nice and solid. Which does ruin my old Perfect Draft thing, really, because I've got a separate... I bought a new handle for it, had it handmade, and got all the medallions for them, which are going to be different, obviously. So that's a bit of a pain. And on there as well, you can also have a medallion on the front there. So on the top and on the front, Apparently they're going to bring out customized ones. So whether they're going to do them rather than people actually making them themselves, whether they're going to have like legitimate proper branded ones, I don't know, but I'm kind of guessing that. But yeah, I mean, it's a big old bulky unit, that, but bearing in mind this part is pretty much going to be part of the machine once it's closed. But yeah, seems solid enough for me. Do I like the look of it? In fact, what I'll do, if I can, is get this open, and that's how that sits in there. That just slides in, actually. If I show you, if you can see, if you see these two parts here, the camera's moved again, I do apologise. Unfortunately, that is a little bit loose. If you can see them two bits there, what will happen, they will slide, these ears will slide into them two bits. And then obviously once the keg's in there, you close the door up, and this will be what the front of it looks like. I think it's quite a tidy looking machine. I know some people have complained, saying they think it's ugly. I don't think it's any uglier than the original Perfect Draft. I actually think it looks a little bit better. But on the unboxing, just initially, the only downside I would say to this is that it is quite a bit bulkier. And I don't have a tape measure, so I can't give you the measurements at the moment. If you ask me, I can look them up and maybe put them on the video and let you know the size difference. But yeah, so there's a look at the new Perfect Draft Pro. There we go, and how things go wrong. That's how things go wrong. Clearly the drip tray slides all the way out, which I've only just found. But yeah, looks really good. Big bulky thing, heavy. The only downside for me at the moment is the fact that it appears to be quite a bit bigger just from this first impression. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. This is the first look into the Perfect Draft Pro. Tomorrow I've got currently got a keg of Jupiler in my other machine. So before then, hopefully I'll get round to downloading the app if it's released. It appears to be, somebody has commented and said they've tried the app and that, so apparently it must be out. So I'll try and look for it, get hold of it, have a go at messing around with the app as well, and actually get this set up and do a pour on that from the machine. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Anyone that wants to know any differences between this quickly, apparently it's a faster cooling plate, or it's quicker at cooling. It's got the app thing on it as well, which apparently I think you can put in what beer you've actually got in the machine. It will tell you the perfect temperature for it and what to set it at. You can set the temperature on the app. Obviously it's got the temperature control, which is basically what I'm on about now, which would be much better when you've got blondes or dark ales or something. So yeah, that's about it really for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Even the drip tray falling out at the end, just to add a bit of excitement to the video. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Look out tomorrow for a setting up guide and actually pouring a beer from here. So see you again on another beer review. Cheers.